Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Now I am so glad that you stuck with us because it's time now to reveal our Trivia Time question answer. Before the commercial break, we asked you to identify which of the following statements is false. And the answer is the last one. It is not true that 12% of businesses fail within the first 5 months. In fact, if we've learned anything about entrepreneurship during the pandemic, it's that our businesses can thrive despite hardship. A lot of people opened up small businesses after losing their jobs, and many had to think of new ways to stay open, like operating 100% digitally or doing drive-thrus and contactless delivery methods. We've seen so many new things. So all in all, we got creative when it came to our work. Take one RGV resident, for example, who started operating her baking business from home. Whether it's a movie or cartoon character or something fun for the holiday season, her custom cookies are sure to delight, which is why her business is called Yellow Rose Delights. In fact, she even made custom Valley por Vida cookies for our team at the TV station, and she can bake your heart's vision too. So go ahead and check out today's Fun with Food segment.
Hello, my name is Lauren, the owner, baker, and decorator of Yellow Rose Delights, my home bakery. So I got into baking because my grandfather was a truck driver and he always went out of town, so I always wanted to make sure I had a special cake for him, and from there my love of baking went from cakes and brownies to the decorated cookies that you see nowadays that are super popular. So some fun cookie tips that you can do. You don't always have to have the exact cutter that you need. Like for the reindeer cutter, I used a good old teddy bear cookie cutter. I just flipped him upside down, chopped his ears off. So if you're interested in any type of desserts for your birthdays, weddings, graduations, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Both are Yellow Rose Delights. You can send me a direct message and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Like she said, you can get your custom cookie today by visiting our Facebook page. And if you get a Valley por Vida cookie, then make sure to post it on social media and tag us. One of the things that she loves to bake for is weddings. It's so nice to see beautifully decorated desserts for occasions like that, right? I mean, it can be a lovely thing for newlyweds and couples in general to embark on new adventures in life, and that can sometimes include buying a house. But do you think that it's harder to buy a house when you're doing so in a relationship rather than buying on your own? Well, it's kind of hard to find a place that matches both of your expectations visually and financially. We weren't sure, so we went ahead and spoke with an expert to learn more about when it comes to couples and house buying in today's tips and tricks segment.
Well, since homes are in such very high demand these days, the survey really shows a few areas that couples in particular should be aware of during their house hunt. Of course, these include the usual suspects, right? Price, location, condition, and size and style of the home. It also comes at a really interesting time, as over half of millennials, which is, as you know, the largest age cohort in the US, said that they live with their partner, and this group is now in or entering their prime home buying years. So now really is the time to be thinking about that plan for buying a home. It's also a hugely hot topic for couples of all ages, as 79% of those in a relationship responded that purchasing a house with their partners is very important. Well, you probably won't be surprised to hear that men and women in the survey responded differently. So according to men in the survey, the number one thing that they indicated they disagreed with their partner was the condition of the home, with a full 60% saying that they wanted a fixer-upper, whereas their partner wanted a new home. And 60% of the female survey respondents indicated that the number one pain point with their partner was the price. We also asked the men and women respondents their favorite celebrity home designers, and the top answer for women was Chip and Joanna Gaines, while the top answer for men was the Property Brothers. Especially in this market, couples should really discuss price and set a budget before beginning the house hunt. Unlike the types of real estate investors that Lending Home works with, home ownership is a really emotional decision for many home buyers. So going in with a set budget and a target price is really important. 91% of our survey respondents said they worked on a home buying budget with their partners, and 32% of them said that they spent as much as 2 years saving to buy the house.
Very interesting. Now, according to their survey, though a majority of couples agreed with their partner on the actual home that they decided to purchase, 4% did not. And the 4 top things that they disagreed about most were 53% of couples didn't agree on the price that they paid for the home, even though they loved the home. And 29% weren't so fond of the location, and 18% said that they gave in a little bit when it came to the size of the home or the style of it. And get this, 29% of couples actually admitted that their partner wanted a brand new home, while maybe they would have been happy with just a fixer-upper. So what can we learn from this? Well, we can keep in mind everything that we learned from her, and hopefully it'll help you and your partner make decisions for home buying that'll make both of you happy. Now, a lot of times, another thing that couples may disagree about is what school to send their child to. So it's important to factor in the curriculum, extracurricular activities offered, well-trained staff, of course, and teachers, and even the school's success rate in its entirety. The U.S. Secretary of Education recently recognized 325 schools as National Blue Ribbon Schools for this year. For example, including both South Texas ISD Middle Schools, STISD Preparatory Academy in Edinburgh, and the STISD Rising Stars Academy in San Benito. Both were recognized for their overall academic performance or progress in closing achievement gaps among student subgroups, and we went ahead and caught up with them to learn more in today's Destination Education segment.
We received the recognition for the first time back in 2015. This recognition is received every 5 years, and so we were due back in 2021 for the recognition. And so, as you can imagine, the entire staff and student body, when we heard that we were being nominated in spite of going through a year of the pandemic, or a year and a half of a pandemic, and receiving this recognition was definitely an exciting news for all of us.
We have been going above and beyond. Our teachers are phenomenal. The entire community, the support that we have from our parents and the students' success, it shows above none other. And so we're just excited. Rising Scholars has been in existence for a few years only, actually since 2015.
Feel free to visit stisd.net if you'd like more information. All right, well, that is all of our time for now. We want to thank you again so much for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again next time because we're going to have a lot more in store for you. But for now, don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we're filming for the show, and of course, for your chance at your comment or even your question, if you've got one, being featured on air. Be sure to visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments also. We've got all of that and so much more next time on Valley por Vida. We'll see you then.